Hey guys, as promised, I am trying to get back into doing more content creation for you guys. I know that a lot of people have always been or have been asking me to create tutorials for them so that y'all could kind of see my process and my workflow. Okay guys, so I wanted to start off today by doing a tutorial over color grading. This is a project that I just shot with an artist out here in Dallas called Brick Liam. And so basically I'm just going to go through and just kind of show y'all how I roughly, kind of color grade my music videos. Just kind of like my process. In doing that. So usually what I do, I will go and I will put a color correction on first, as you can see, color correct, and then I will also drag apply LUT on top of the clip. First things I will do, I will always go to exposure, and let me see, because when I was doing this, I had realized that I had left my pasta on the stove. And yeah, so I had to go handle that. So that's why we are frozen. Let me try to speed this up. Okay, so I am back. All right, so the first thing I wanted to do was kind of raise the highlights a little bit, drop my midtones down. Sometimes what I do, I'll go all the way down just to see, like, I guess where or how dark it can get, or, and then I'll go up and readjust it to kind of where I want it to be. I'm going to drop my shadows down just because what he's wanting out of this, the look that he's wanting is a very like harsh contrast kind of a look. So that's why I'm dropping the shadows down. Usually what I do is I raise the shadows up. I usually don't try to crush my shadows or my midtones. I will always kind of take my midtones down, but never that far down. And again, I'm raising my highlights up just because I want, that kind of infinity white situation going on. And I'm also going to raise up my global, which is just going to overall brighten up the frame. Also, what I'm going to say too, I really don't know. Well, I'm not going to say I don't know, the best way to say it is that I color grade just based off of how I feel. I'm really just reacting to, what I'm getting out of the frame. So I don't really have like a system. This is just kind of what I do. This is me just kind of free-forming, just trying to find what looks good. So I did boost the saturation up just because I wanted this to be colorful, even though also too, like, he wants this to be in black and white. So right now I'm really just showing y'all just what I would make this look like if I were to color it. So I went ahead and boosted the saturation because I just felt like it was a little like dull, and I wanted the colors to pop, especially like the red. Right now what I'm trying to do is I'm using the global, and I'm kind of playing between the orange and the blue. I'm trying to have it more towards the blue side of things. So you have to look really close, because to me, what I'm really big on when it comes to color grading is I don't want the color to be obvious. I want all the colors, I want like everything to kind of just blend together. Like, I don't want you to be able to look at it like how it is kind of like right now, like, oh, that's red. The midtones are red. I think that's like a terrible way to color grade. And I kind of see that with a lot of new people that are starting. Like, you really want your color, just your color of the frame or of the video to kind of just melt in a way, melt into the picture. Like, you don't want stuff to be obvious, or at least I don't. So right now I'm kind of having the midtones kind of more towards the red, and then I'm gonna play around with my shadows. I kind of like the blue, so as you can see, like, I went down to blue and then kind of came up, because of course I don't want, again, the colors to be so obvious. So when you're closer to that line that's in the middle of Final Cut's little color situation that they got going on, your color is going to be, closer to, like, I guess, neutral. So I'm going back to, all those emails are in my way. So now I'm going to adjust my highlights. And so again, what I do, I'll just go over the spectrum and just kind of see what color I want. And then I'll bring it down closer to that midline, just because, again, don't want the color to be so obvious, and I really just want it to kind of blend. And you don't really need too much of a color. Everything is about just, don't want to say finesse. I really don't like that word. But it's all about just having the right amount, not overdoing it. So right now I'm kind of giving it a little bit of blue. If you can kind of see next to his shirt right there, that's where you could kind of tell the difference. I guess you could rewind this because I didn't feel like showing it. Let's see. And so basically this is kind of like the finished look for me. It seems like if I were going to just leave it like I guess, like, if I were just going to color it just myself and not use any LUT, then that's how I would, create it. Okay, so y'all can kind of see what that looks like. I'm going to expand it just so y'all can see. So that is with no LUT. That's just using, color correction, which is, I guess, Final Cut's native coloring tool. So yeah, you can kind of see what it looks like. So to me, all the colors kind of blend in. Of course, the red is more popping. There's a little bit of blue in the shadows, midtones. You don't really see the highlight that was added, which is good because you really don't want the highlight, showing up like that. And then, of course, like, I always go through and just kind of look, scrub through the video just to see, what everything's looking like. Because, a color may look good on one frame, but it may not look good on all of your other frames. So you really need to check and make sure that, your stuff is looking correct. Because that has happened to me plenty of times. So now I'm going through and I am looking for a LUT. I have quite a few, some that I have made myself and some that I have purchased or downloaded for free from other companies that sell LUTs. I will have some coming out. I just, for a long time, felt like my LUTs were not good, or, I'm just really big on quality. I don't like to give anybody anything that's not, like, of top quality. So anyway, I found one that I like, this F-8700 STD. And so I kind of like how that looks. These give it like a film look, so it like kind of brings in some grain, which is cool. I think it gives this a kind of like hip hop, edgy, contrasty kind of feel, but it's still like bright and it's different. Yeah, and it goes well with the color that I've already placed on it. So it really kind of depends. Most times, or how I've been doing it recently, is that I'll put the LUT on first, find a LUT that I like, and then I will go back and I will adjust it with a color correction. Because I really do not believe in applying a LUT and not altering it, because usually LUTs need to be altered. They're not going to look good just being applied to footage. So it kind of just goes back and forth. But I like the way this look, the blue shadows, and it's kind of blue in the midtones aren't like overbearing. And it's bright. The white in the background is still infinity-ish. And yeah, so right now I'm just going through and grabbing screen grabs and stuff. So I will go ahead and play this for you guys and you can decide if you like it. Again, thank you for viewing this tutorial. Please be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, but of course, mostly subscribe. Also, let anybody know who else may need this video, who may need to, step up their coloring or just need coloring advice, yada, yada, yada. And again, I don't claim to be any coloring whiz. This is just how I color. Like, this is just my beliefs. And yeah, so anyway, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you guys. Bye.